Want to know why stress not being a liar so much? Why the truth is so important? Lies bring you away from who you truly are at your source's core. When you become more aware of yourself by trying to see yourself from another's perspective, you become more aware of your internal world. By being more aware of yourself, your body and your mind, the only things you can really control, that's what makes you more aware of the external world too, by figuring out who you are and who you are not. Anybody that comes into your reality trying to convince you that you're somebody you're not, and it makes you feel like shit about yourself and tries to distort your own perception of yourself, they're just there to show you exactly who you are not. Because anything that makes you feel shitty is not actually you. It's just an indication that you're not in alignment for who you're truly meant to be. Your true authentic self. When you start connecting to your higher mind, your consciousness starts leaving the lower self's perception and starts seeing things from the higher perspective. As above, so below. As within, so without. The more attached you are to the external world, pieces of your soul can fragment and be embedded into the materialistic items. That's why below, where your lower self is, the physical realm, is ruled by the devil. Your NPCs, people who lose their soul, that's what happens. It gets fragmented out into all these materialistic items to where they sell their soul. They become an open vessel. So then the devil takes over and they become sheep, easy to manipulate, easy to control. That's where sovereignty comes into play, because when you're sovereign, you cannot be controlled by anybody. And that's the whole point. Everybody's feeding you their negative fear-based belief systems, making you think that unlimited possibilities don't exist when they do. Every single thing in this realm is just a distraction from waking you up to who you are at your soul's core, your authentic self, because that's how you draw in exactly what's for you, that's going to positively impact and benefit you. But it all is determined by what kind of person you choose to become. Because at the end of the day, the only thing you take with you when you die is your soul, you. So that's what really should matter. The more you awaken and become more aware of your soul, the more you figure out who you truly are, the more you start going with the energies instead of what the physical world tells you. Because remember, the words out of the devil's mouth are lies. This is spiritual warfare, dark versus light, and it's all determined by what kind of person you're choosing to be. And that's why you got Annabelle and shit. People's soul fragments, and that's why everybody's out of lack. That's why this matrix in this realm makes you feel like you're lacking, disconnected, not at home, like you don't belong. The more you do the shadow work by self-reflection, the more you start realizing who you truly are, waking up and remembering who you truly are. That's when the pieces of the soul comes back to you from either past lives or whatever materials it's been embedded in. Whenever you become whole on your own and you know who you are truly, that's when you crack the code. Because the more you release trying to control things that you can't control in the external world and realize you have complete control over your body and your mind, the more you connect to your higher mind, the more you're able to become aware and see things from a different perspective. See the things that you were not aware of before. See the magic, because obviously magic, power, all that shit exists. They didn't just come up with that off the top of their heads. No, it's real. It's just energy. By giving the external world your true authentic self, law of attraction, push out what doesn't serve you to bring in what does. You heighten your frequency and start attracting in those positive experiences that will truly benefit you. That's ascension. Not only that, soul is embedded into the material realm. Guess what? You're coming right back and reincarnating again and doing it all over to learn your lessons. People that become whole on their own while they're still alive go back to source while they're alive, bringing heaven to earth. The ones who don't, the ones who lose themselves and believe the lies because they live lies, they don't choose to expand their perception and see things from an expanded mindset instead of a limited negative fear-based belief one, like everybody has. That's why they get lost. That's why they're easy to control and act like that. They're open for possession. That's where spiritual protection comes into play. People that are spiritual have that spiritual protection because they have that awareness that something higher than them exists. The more people that become aware that that higher mind exists, the more you connect to it, because you're just remembering and waking up to who you truly are. Hope that makes sense. I hope it helps. Crazy the things you start piecing together when you start recognizing the patterns. But you know, we're just crazy.